Before we begin, I want you to imagine a moment, a future version of you, calm, confident, financially unshakable. No more fear of bills, no more paycheck pressure, no more late-night stress about money running out. Just control, stability, and a quiet kind of power that comes only from mastering your finances. Today you start walking toward that version of yourself. Today you learn how to master your money fast. If this is your first time here, take a second and subscribe. Because this audio is not just information, it's transformation. It's designed for people in the USA who want financial clarity, predictable growth, and real-world strategies that actually work. If you're ready to build wealth, ready to take control, ready to break generational money struggle, stay with me until the end. This may be the most valuable 2 hours you will invest in yourself this year. Money mastery is not luck. It's not magic. It's not about being born rich. It's about mindset, behavior, habits, awareness. When you change how you think about money, you change how money responds to you. Wealth is built quietly, through decisions that seem small today but speak loudly in the future. Every minute you listen to this audio brings you closer to financial clarity, strong saving systems, smarter spending, and long-term growth that compounds whether you are working or sleeping. You're here because you're ready to stop letting money control you and start being the one in control. And I'm telling you now, this is your turning point. This is the moment things shift. This is where financial chaos becomes structure, where stress turns into strategy, where survival becomes growth. If this message connects with you already, tap like. Not for me, but for your future self. Tell the algorithm you want more content that builds you, not drains you. Now breathe in, clear your mind, and give the next 2 hours to your future. Because the version of you who wins financially is created right here, right now. Money is choice, time, freedom, security. When you master money, you master your life. You no longer ask permission to dream. You no longer shrink when bills arrive. You move like someone who owns their decisions, not someone who fears the next expense. And this audio is going to guide you step by step. You start by understanding one powerful truth. Money flows toward clarity. If you don't know where your money goes, it will leave you quietly. Most Americans don't have a money problem. They have a behavior problem. They earn, they spend, they repeat. No plan, no tracking, no direction. But you, listening right now, you are different. You showed up to build, not burn, to grow, not guess. Wealth is not built in the moments of excitement. It's built in the moments of discipline. When you say no to impulse buying, when you automate savings, when you stop chasing status and start chasing freedom, when you treat every dollar like a seed that can grow into something greater. And as the minutes pass in this audio, you are going to feel something changing in you, a sense of awareness, a sense of control. You will start recognizing your spending patterns. You'll notice what drains your bank account quietly. You will begin to feel a shift in how you view money, value, time. And near the end of this 2-hour journey, I'll give you something most people never receive. A long-term blueprint for building wealth in the real world, even if you're starting small. But you must stay with me. Wealth does not reward the impatient. It rewards the focused. So stay. Listen. Absorb every word, because the transformation begins now. This is not just a script. This is a financial awakening. Money is more than paper, more than numbers in a bank, more than credit or bills. Money is control. Money is choices. Money is time freedom. When you learn how to master your money, you stop surviving and start living like someone who knows their value. You wake up with clarity, not confusion. You make decisions with purpose, not pressure. You walk through life, not asking if you can afford something, but deciding whether it deserves your effort. This is the journey you begin today. Every great financial life starts with one moment. The moment a person decides they are done with struggle and ready for change. Maybe you are here because you're tired of waiting for the right time. Maybe you're done with paycheck-to-paycheck stress. Maybe you finally feel that silent voice inside you saying, "You deserve better." And you do. You deserve control. You deserve financial peace. You deserve the life that opens only when you master your money. Start by paying attention to your habits because money grows where awareness goes. The more conscious you become about how you spend, the more power you gain over what you keep. Most people don't need more income first. They need more discipline. They don't need the next miracle investment. They need to stop letting their money escape through small, invisible cracks. Money leaks through impulse buys, late-night shopping, emotional spending, subscriptions that don't matter, food that could have been cooked at home, convenience that kills freedom slowly. Your first real wealth is not income. It is control. Control of your thoughts, your habits, your cravings, your reactions. Control is a skill, and it must be trained like muscle. You train control by delaying pleasure. You train it by saying not now to things that don't move your future forward. You train it every time you choose progress over momentary comfort. Money flows to people who respect it. Money avoids people who waste it. Money grows for those who feed it. Every dollar you save is a seed. Every dollar multiplied becomes a tree. And trees protect you, shade you, feed you, and last longer than effort alone ever could. A savings habit may feel small today, but small seeds turn into forests for those who stay long enough to watch them grow. Today you start building wealth, not with perfection, but with awareness. You become someone who tracks where your money goes, not someone surprised when it's gone. You become someone who thinks before spending, not someone who regrets after buying. You become someone who knows that every dollar can work for you if you stop working against yourself. Financial strength begins inside your mind. If you believe you are meant to struggle, you will. If you believe wealth is for others, you'll step aside and watch them take it. But if you believe that money is learnable, manageable, controllable, then you open the door to a lifetime of possibility. Change how you think, and your bank account will follow. Notice how powerful it feels to imagine your life without stress. Imagine bills paid early, not late. Imagine emergency funds ready long before emergencies come. Imagine investing monthly without fear. Imagine the calm of knowing your money works for you, not the other way around. Hold that image. That future is waiting, and you are now walking toward it. The first transformation happens when you stop asking, "How much do I make?" and begin asking, "How much do I keep?" Wealth is not income. Wealth is ownership. Wealth is saved, invested, doubled, protected. Wealth is built by repeating small, smart moves for a lifetime, not one big, lucky moment. People overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can build in 10 years. Your decade starts now. Slowly, your behavior changes. You start recognizing emotional spending before it happens. You pause before buying what you don't need. You start seeing money not as something to burn, but as something to plant. You stop chasing quick thrills and begin chasing long-term peace. You stop buying to impress others and start investing to impress your future. As your discipline strengthens, so does your confidence. Each smart decision becomes a brick. Brick by brick, you build stability. You build peace. You build choices. You build a version of yourself that looks back one day and says, "Thank you." The future version of you is watching from ahead, hoping you don't quit before life becomes everything you imagined. Let this be the chapter where everything changes. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. You are learning the art of financial strength, and with every sentence you listen to, your mindset reshapes itself. You are becoming someone who handles money wisely, someone who thinks long-term, someone who does not break under financial pressure. You are learning to move with purpose, not panic. You no longer let every advertisement pull your attention. You no longer allow money to slip through your fingers unconsciously. You do not need dramatic change overnight. You need consistency. You need commitment. You need to keep showing up for your future long after feelings fade. When your friends spend carelessly, you remain focused. When others chase trends, you chase freedom. When someone says money doesn't matter, you notice they usually don't have much. When people tell you life is just bills and debt, you choose a different path. A path of planning, building, stacking, growing. Every choice compounds. $1 saved today becomes 10 in the future. $1 wasted becomes regret. Your future is shaped by choices made quietly when no one is watching. You don't need applause to build wealth. You need habits. You need patience. You need belief. And belief is already growing inside you right now. You are stepping into your financial power. You are learning to master your money fast, not by chance, but by discipline, clarity, and relentless self-improvement. This is just the beginning. You begin to see money not as something that comes and goes, but as something that can be guided, directed, multiplied. And every moment from this point forward, you will feel more aware of your financial behavior than ever before. You will notice what triggers unnecessary spending. You will notice which habits protect your money and which habits drain it. Awareness is the first step toward mastery, and right now, you are becoming financially aware in a way many people never do. You start paying attention to the details, the small purchases that add up, the subscriptions you no longer use, the impulsive decisions that feel harmless in the moment but destructive later. You begin to understand that wealth is built by what you keep, not just what you earn. You start thinking like a builder, not a consumer. You no longer buy to feel better. You invest to become better. You no longer use money to escape life. You use money to expand life. Slowly, your self-control strengthens. You recognize that every time you delay gratification, you are training discipline. And discipline is a currency more powerful than dollars. Discipline buys freedom. Discipline builds security. Discipline creates options. Without discipline, even high income disappears. But with discipline, even small income can grow into something powerful. You start noticing how society pushes you toward spending. Ads pull you. Discounts tempt you. Convenience tries to convince you that ease is better than growth. But you are no longer reacting blindly. You are pausing. You are thinking. You are choosing. You are acting with intent. And in that moment of intention, wealth begins. Money is emotional. It reacts to fear, comfort, insecurity, pride. But you are learning to separate emotion from decisions. You are learning to think long-term. You are learning that real peace doesn't come from buying things. It comes from owning freedom. Freedom to say no. Freedom to wait. Freedom to walk away from anything that risks your stability. You begin to make choices future you will thank you for. You cook instead of ordering takeout. You cancel what you don't use. You save before you spend. And with each smart decision, confidence grows inside you like a flame. You feel responsible, mature, in control, not perfect, but progressing. Every decision pushes you forward. Every moment of awareness builds power. You start writing things down. Income, expenses, goals. The moment you put numbers on paper, money becomes visible. And when money becomes visible, you can shape it, move it, plan it. You realize that budgeting is not restriction. Budgeting is permission. Permission to build. Permission to invest. Permission to dream without fear. You begin to ask better questions. Not, how fast can I spend this, but how far can I grow this? Not, what can I buy right now, but what can this become in 5 years? You start thinking like someone who builds wealth quietly, patiently, relentlessly. You stop comparing your journey to someone else's. You stop buying because others are buying. You stop chasing lifestyle and start chasing leverage, the ability to make money while living peacefully. You realize that the richest people are not those who show wealth. They are the ones who keep it. And slowly, something shifts inside you. Money doesn't feel chaotic anymore. It feels manageable. It feels understandable. It feels like something you can finally hold, direct, multiply. You feel less anxious and more strategic. You stop running behind money and start letting money work for you. You begin to visualize your ideal financial life with clarity. A savings fund fully stocked, an investment account growing month by month, no panic when emergencies appear, no more counting days until payday, no more stress when prices rise. You imagine yourself breathing deeper, walking smoother, sleeping better because money is no longer a storm. It is a system you control. You begin to realize that wealth is not one big decision. It is thousands of small, consistent decisions made with purpose. The coffee you skip, the impulse cart you close, the subscription you cancel, the dollar you invest instead of waste. These actions may feel small today, but they build the lifestyle most people dream of and never reach. You are no longer living for temporary pleasure. You are living for long-term power. You start feeling proud when you save instead of spend. You feel stronger when you delay gratification. You feel smarter when you track each dollar. Your relationship with money changes from emotional to intentional. You stop treating money like a moment and start treating it like a foundation. Something you stand on, something that protects you, something that grows with you, and something else happens, slowly, silently. You begin to create distance between the old you and the new you. The old you who bought without thinking. The old you who opened every sale email. The old you who let money slip away without noticing. That version fades. Now you act with clarity. Now you move with purpose. Now you remind yourself that every financial choice is a vote for your future. You start setting small targets. First, $100 saved, then $300, then $1,000 emergency fund. You learn that building begins with what you have, not what you wish you had. You do not wait for the perfect job, the perfect salary, the perfect moment, because perfect moments never come. You build now with what's in front of you. Wealth favors starters, not waiters. You begin to cut noise from your financial life. You stop buying to impress neighbors. You stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You stop scrolling through lifestyles meant to distract you from building your own. You realize that confidence is not found in things. It is found in control. Control over your spending. Control over your habits. Control over your emotions. And in that control, peace arrives. You feel lighter because you're no longer drowning in decisions you regret. You feel aligned with your goals. You feel momentum. You start to trust yourself. And that trust is priceless. When you trust yourself with money, you never fear the future. You know you can rebuild anything. You know you can recover. You know you can rise. Money is no longer mystery. It is strategy. You begin to understand the fundamentals that wealthy people live by. They spend less than they earn. They invest the difference. They repeat this for years, not weeks. They don't chase fast returns. They chase consistent growth. They don't fear markets. They ride them. They don't panic during downturns. They see opportunity. They know wealth is time plus patience multiplied by discipline. Now you start moving in that rhythm. You begin planning instead of hoping. You begin saving instead of scrambling. You begin investing instead of wishing. You understand that every crisis is easier when you are prepared. You no longer want to survive. You want to thrive. You picture a future where your money works harder than you do, where passive income supports your lifestyle, where savings protect your peace, where investments compound silently, month after month, year after year. You see yourself older, wiser, financially bulletproof, smiling because you did not give up when life tried to distract you. And one day, people who once doubted you will ask how you did it. They will think you found luck. They will think it happened suddenly. But you will know the truth. You built quietly. You sacrificed early. You learned. You controlled. You repeated. You planted seeds long before anyone clapped for you, and when the trees finally grew, you stood in your own shade, peacefully, proudly, powerfully. That is where you're heading. Stay on this path. Let these words guide your decisions, your habits, your identity. You are shaping your financial destiny slowly, intentionally, permanently. When you finally start understanding your own worth, something surprising happens. You stop begging for appreciation. You stop settling for half love, half peace, half respect. You stop shrinking just so others can feel tall. Instead, you rise. You expand. You grow beyond the limits that once held you hostage. The world begins to notice the glow, the confidence, the transformation. And trust me, people respect what cannot be ignored. This journey isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about waking up every day with purpose rather than pain. It's about building habits that turn dreams into systems, systems into progress, and progress into a life only few have the discipline to create. Success does not come to the strongest or the luckiest. It comes to the one who refuses to stop. There will be mornings where you don't feel like trying, nights where the heaviness in your chest feels impossible to carry, moments where giving up looks easier than moving forward. But those are the exact moments destiny watches you the closest. Winners aren't defined by comfort. They're shaped by pressure, molded in heat, sharpened in struggle. Diamonds are created by force, not softness. Instead of saying, "I'll start one day," whisper firmly, "My day is today." Not tomorrow, not eventually, not when life feels easier. Success rewards urgency, not hesitation. Every small step you take today is a seed that will bloom tomorrow. Even if progress is slow, forward is forward. Even if you fall, rise again with twice the hunger. Even if no one believes in you, let your results speak louder than their doubts ever could. This is the moment where you choose the life you want instead of the life you settle for. Free yourself from the approval of people who never built anything. Protect your peace. Guard your focus like it's treasure. Because it is. Your dreams are not fragile. They're waiting. Your future is not uncertain. It's calling. If you want your life to feel different, then your actions must become different. Read more. Learn more. Work when others sleep. Practice when others party. Believe when others doubt. Consistency is not an act. It's an identity. Become the person who follows through, even when the world stops cheering. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially on the days you don't want to. The version of you 10 years from now is watching and hoping you don't quit. Imagine them, stronger, calmer, richer, wiser, thanking you for not giving up today. Imagine the house you could live in, the people you could inspire, the legacy you could leave behind. Your life is bigger than temporary fear. Your past doesn't own you. Your failures don't define you. Your future is built in silence, one choice at a time. Transform one habit, one morning, one mindset, and everything will shift. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not done. You are beginning. Breathe. Stand tall. Step forward. The world only fears those who refuse to stop. Take this message. Save it. Play it daily. Let it fuel you like oxygen. Let it remind you of who you are becoming, not who you were. Greatness is not distant. It's inside you, waiting to be activated. If this resonated with your soul, if your heart felt even a spark of belief, don't keep it silent. Share your thoughts. Comment your goal. Pass this message to someone who needs strength today. And if you want more daily fuel like this, more power, more discipline, more unstoppable energy, like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. There is a version of you that sleeps inside your potential, a version that wakes up early, learns relentlessly, moves with certainty, speaks with power. That version of you is not imaginary. It is real. It is waiting. And the key to unlocking it lies in a decision you make daily. Will I stay where I am or rise into who I could be? Most people never rise, not because they're weak, but because they underestimate how powerful they are. They stop at the first struggle. They fold at the first rejection. They crumble when life pushes back. But you are different. You're here listening, learning, evolving. You're searching, growing, hungry for more. And hunger is the fuel of transformation. Do not wait for motivation. Build habits stronger than emotion. When your mind says stop, your purpose must say go. When excuses whisper in your ear, drown them out with action. Action changes chemistry. Action destroys doubt. Action creates confidence. You don't need perfect clarity. You need movement. You don't need permission. You need courage. Every time you show up, even tired, even uncertain, even scared, you rewire your destiny. You're telling life, I am still here. I am not finished. And life responds to persistence more than talent. Persistence makes ordinary people unstoppable. Some days you'll feel invisible. Some days progress will be slow. Some days the world will not clap for you. Clap for yourself anyway. Celebrate the effort, not just the result. Growth is a quiet process. Success is a delayed applause. Keep going long enough, and the same people who ignored your journey will study your results. Invest in your mind like you invest in your dreams. Read books that challenge small thinking. Surround yourself with voices that feed ambition, not insecurity. Distance yourself from negativity, not because you hate them, but because you love peace more. Protect your vision like it's something sacred, because it is. Life will test you. Life will bend you. Life will break you open so your strength can breathe. But nothing grows in comfort. Pressure makes muscle. Resistance builds character. Storms teach survival. And when the storm passes, remember you stood through it. One day you will look back at this moment and smile. You'll say, "That was the season I chose myself. That was the moment I stopped waiting. That was the day I decided my future mattered more than my excuses." And your future self will thank you, louder than the world ever doubted you. So take this breath. Feel your heart. Feel your power. The journey is long, but the story is yours to write. You're not running out of time. You're stepping into alignment. Keep moving. Keep building. Keep rising. No matter how slow, forward is forward. If this message touched even 1% of your soul, then promise yourself today, you will not quit, you will not shrink, you will not go back to who you were. You are here for more, made for more, becoming more. Your future is watching. Make it proud. And if you're still with me, if you want the next powerful chapter, if you want me to continue this journey into deeper mindset, discipline, success, wealth, and life transformation, then say one word. You are not average, even if life once convinced you that you were. Average is a mindset, not a destiny. Average is comfortable, predictable, safe. But greatness lives outside comfort. Greatness feels risky, unfamiliar, demanding. And the moment you chase greatness, life will test your loyalty to it. You will face days where progress feels invisible. You will face nights where doubt becomes loud. You will question your path, your worth, your ability. And that is exactly when most people quit. Not because they're incapable, but because they think struggle means failure. Struggle is not failure. Struggle is training. Struggle is preparation for the version of you who can hold success without dropping it. Diamonds are made under pressure, not comfort. And right now you are being shaped, not weakened, shaped. You must remember, growth is slow until one day it explodes. Success stacks quietly, then suddenly. You might feel like you're moving inch by inch, but inches turn into yards, yards turn into miles, miles turn into legacy. The world you want will feel far away until it doesn't. You will grind for months with no results, then break through in a week that changes everything. One opportunity, one belief shift, one step of courage. That's all it takes to rewrite your story. So stay patient with your progress. Stay loyal to your evolution. Stay devoted to the version of you that you have not yet met. Because becoming great is not about speed. It's about consistency. Discipline is more valuable than motivation. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that never dies. Show up when it's hard. Show up when you're tired. Show up when no one claps. Because true strength is built in silence. The world will see you later, when you're unshakable. And while you walk this road, build habits like armor. Eat for energy, not escape. Speak with intention, not insecurity. Use your time like currency, because it is. Every hour you waste is an hour your future self never gets back. But every hour you invest in learning and growing and building comes back multiplied. Time compounds, skill compounds, effort compounds, and your results will one day shock the world. I want you to imagine something. Picture 1 year from today. You stayed consistent. You upgraded your habits. You refused to quit. Where would you be? Fitter, smarter, wealthier, more confident? Absolutely. Because transformation is inevitable when effort meets time. Success isn't magic, it's math. Give enough days of work, and the outcome must obey. That is the law of progress. And that law is on your side. You are closer than you think. You are stronger than you know. And your next level is waiting. Patient, but not permanent. You must claim it before someone else does. And now we go even deeper. Mind, discipline, money, identity, purpose. You want the next section? The one that ignites unstoppable momentum, deeper mindset evolution, wealth psychology, and inner power? You are entering a stage most people never reach. Self-control over comfort, discipline over distraction, vision over chaos. This is where your character becomes your weapon, your habits become your foundation, and your mind becomes your greatest asset. Because the truth is, your life follows your mind like a shadow. If your thinking is small, your results will be small. If your thinking is powerful, your results cannot help but rise to match it. Your thoughts shape your decisions. Your decisions shape your habits. Your habits shape your outcomes. Your outcomes shape your future. So if you want a better future, you start with a better mind. You must train your mind the same way an athlete trains muscle. Not once, not when convenient, but daily, deliberately, consistently. Tell yourself what you want to believe, even before you fully believe it. Because repetition rewires identity. Say it with me quietly or out loud if you're ready. I am capable. I am disciplined. I follow through. I deserve success. I build wealth with purpose. My future is too important to quit. At first, these words may feel unfamiliar, like wearing new shoes that haven't shaped to you yet. But keep walking. They will fit. They will form. They will become you. Because success is not luck. Success is identity. The person you think you are becomes the person you live as. If you say, I'm always broke, you'll find ways to prove it. If you say, money comes easily to me because I make smart decisions, your brain begins searching for ways to make that true. Your mind obeys the instructions you give it, so feed it power, not poison. No more saying, I can't. Replace it with, I'm learning. No more, I'm not good enough. Replace it with, I'm improving every day. Slow growth is still growth. Small wins are still wins. Forward is forward. You are now moving beyond the basics. Discipline isn't just about saving. It's about designing a life that money follows, not the other way around. Every choice you make, every hour you spend, every habit you build compounds. You are learning to turn small daily actions into unstoppable wealth. Notice how your perception of money changes. You no longer see it as something to chase. You see it as something to attract. Through value, consistency, and intention. Every dollar has a purpose. Every financial decision is a vote for the future version of you that is calm, secure, and powerful. Investing isn't just for the rich. It's for those who understand patience. It's not about luck, speculation, or trends. It's about systems that work quietly, month after month, silently building security while others chase excitement. And the sooner you start, the easier it becomes. Because the magic isn't magic. It's time compounded by discipline. You start noticing opportunities others miss. The friend who spends recklessly won't see the low-risk, high-growth investments in front of them. But you are awake, aware, and acting intentionally. You are building a shield against uncertainty, a buffer against stress, a ladder toward freedom. And as you grow, generosity becomes your ally. Money multiplied isn't meant to hoard. It's meant to create impact. Financial freedom allows you to give without fear, to invest in causes that matter, to help others rise without losing yourself. True wealth is never just money. It's power, choice, and influence combined. Control grows as you implement systems. Automate savings, automate investments, automate protection, remove friction, remove mistakes. Every automation is a vote for your future, a silent worker multiplying quietly while you focus on growth, learning, and creating value. Your mindset shifts. Challenges no longer feel threatening. Losses no longer feel catastrophic. You understand risk, and you respect it. You don't gamble. You calculate. You strategize. You execute. Your confidence grows because your plan isn't built on hope. It's built on action. And here's a secret few understand. True wealth isn't about speed. It's about consistency, patience, and relentless self-improvement. The small wins you compound today, the disciplined decisions, the calculated investments, the controlled spending, become the massive victories of tomorrow. Every time you resist temptation, every time you redirect a dollar into growth, you are sending a message to your subconscious. I am in charge. I choose power over pleasure. I choose freedom over momentary ease. And over time, this message becomes reality. You are creating a financial ecosystem that works while you sleep, while you learn, while you live. And when you combine this with the unstoppable mindset we've been building for the last several parts, focus, resilience, patience, identity, there is no ceiling, only upward motion, only growth, only mastery. You are rising higher. You are not just earning, you are owning. You are not just surviving. You are designing a life where your money obeys your vision, not your impulses. And the process continues. Every moment, every dollar, every habit. Multiple income streams and wealth scaling. Now you are ready to move beyond simple saving and budgeting. Real financial mastery begins when you learn to make your money work in multiple directions. 1 income stream is fragile, 2 is stronger, 3 is unstoppable. Every additional stream is a new layer of security, freedom, and power. Start by assessing your skills, your time, and your resources. Ask yourself, what value can I provide that people will pay for consistently? The answer isn't always obvious, but clarity comes from action. Every side project, every freelance gig, every smart investment is a brick building the fortress of your future. Passive income isn't a myth, it's a system, and systems compound quietly while you sleep. Dividends from stocks, royalties from content, rentals from real estate, affiliate streams, digital products. They all have one thing in common. You set them up once, and they keep returning value repeatedly. Your job is to identify, implement, and optimize. Do not fear complexity. Do not fear the unknown. Wealth grows when you embrace learning, not comfort. Each new income stream teaches you a new skill, exposes you to new networks, and builds your confidence. And as you expand, your mindset shifts from scarcity to abundance. You see opportunity everywhere, and every dollar begins to act as a soldier in your financial army. Control your time, leverage technology, automate wherever possible. Your goal is not just to earn more, but to maximize efficiency, getting higher output with less stress. This is the core of financial leverage. Money loves leverage, and so does life. Never forget, risk is real, but calculated risk is a weapon. Research, plan, test small. Scale fast. Do not chase trends blindly, but ride opportunities intelligently. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, and creator you admire has mastered this principle. Small, smart risks, repeated consistently, outperform random big bets. And here's the mindset that separates the wealthy from the struggling. Your energy is as valuable as your time, and your focus compounds faster than your effort. Guard it fiercely. Say no to distractions. Say no to quick wins that don't build long-term power. Every no today is a yes to freedom tomorrow. Now, visualize your future. Multiple streams feeding your goals, each automated and growing quietly. A safety net strong enough that no emergency shakes you. Freedom to make choices without panic. Peace of mind knowing that your income doesn't rely on a single paycheck, a single boss, or a single market. This is what real wealth feels like. And as you build these streams, your confidence grows. You stop worrying about what others think, about temporary setbacks, about market noise. You move with authority because your foundation is solid. You are not chasing luck. You are creating results. Every small step compounds. Every decision to invest, to create, to save, to learn, to scale, all these actions build momentum. And momentum is unstoppable. Momentum protects you from uncertainty. Momentum multiplies your returns. Momentum shapes your life. Remember, mastery is not a single moment. It is daily, repeated action. It is persistence. It is identity. You are becoming someone who commands money, not someone who reacts to it. And with multiple income streams, your life transforms from fragile to resilient, from stressful to strategic, from surviving to thriving. Advanced investing, tax strategies, and wealth protection. Now that you've built multiple income streams, it's time to level up. True financial mastery is not just about earning, it's about keeping, growing, and protecting what you create. Every dollar you make can either work for you or slip through your fingers. The difference lies in strategy. Investing is not gambling. It's planting seeds that grow over time. Stocks, bonds, index funds, ETFs, real estate, digital assets, these are tools. Learn them, understand them. Use them to make your money work harder than you do. Diversification is your shield. Never put all your eggs in one basket, because life is unpredictable, and the wealthy are prepared for uncertainty. Tax strategy is not just for accountants. It's for anyone who wants to keep more of what they earn. Every legal deduction, every retirement contribution, every tax-advantaged account is a step toward freedom. When you master taxes, you reduce friction in your financial growth. You stop giving away what you've earned unnecessarily. You begin controlling your wealth instead of letting the system take it blindly. Insurance, estate planning, and legal protection are not boring. They are essential. Protect your assets. Protect your future. Protect your family. You want your wealth to survive storms, crises, and unexpected events. The truly wealthy understand that preparation is more valuable than luck. Now visualize your future, a diversified portfolio quietly growing, taxes optimized to protect your gains, assets shielded from loss, your money flowing into multiple channels, each multiplying quietly, emergencies handled without panic, opportunities seized without hesitation. That is power, that is freedom, that is mastery. The next step is mindset alignment. Wealth is fragile in the mind before it's fragile in reality. Fear, doubt, and indecision destroy financial growth faster than any market crash. You must train your mind to think like a strategist. Every decision measured, every action intentional, every opportunity evaluated through the lens of long-term growth. Leverage is your friend. Use borrowed resources wisely. Use your skills, your network, and your time strategically. Multiply returns without multiplying risk. The wealthy don't work harder, they work smarter. They bend systems to their favor, while most people bend themselves to circumstance. Generational wealth is built now. What you do today doesn't just impact your life. It shapes your children, your family, your legacy. Every smart investment, every disciplined habit, Every calculated risk compounds across years, decades, and generations. You are not building for a moment, you are building for eternity. Finally, remember, control is more valuable than money itself. With mastery, you are never helpless. You are never powerless. You can rebuild, adapt, and grow, no matter what life throws. Discipline plus strategy plus patience equals unstoppable financial power. Your future self is watching. They are calm, confident, and financially bulletproof because you acted today. You are creating not just wealth, but freedom, security, and peace of mind. And that is the ultimate reward. Passive income, compounding, and high-level wealth psychology. Now that you've built the foundation, control, discipline, multiple income streams, and smart investments, it's time to amplify your power. True financial mastery comes when your money works for you even while you sleep. Passive income is not a fantasy. It's a system built with strategy, consistency, and patience. Start by understanding compounding. Compounding is the most powerful force in finance. $1 invested today grows quietly, multiplying interest upon interest, gain upon gain. The earlier you start, the faster your financial snowball accelerates. Every small contribution counts, whether it's a few $100s a month or reinvested returns. Time is your ally, and discipline fuels the machine. Real passive income comes from three main pillars: assets, systems, and leverage. Assets include stocks, bonds, real estate, digital products, and royalties. Systems are the processes that keep income flowing without constant effort. Automated sales, subscription models, and reinvestment strategies. Leverage is your ability to use borrowed resources, time, or expertise to multiply outcomes without proportionally increasing risk. High-level wealth psychology is critical. The wealthy don't obsess over short-term gains. They focus on long-term stability. Fear of loss keeps most people trapped in mediocrity. But with the right mindset, risk becomes calculated, fear becomes fuel, and decisions are grounded in strategy, not emotion. Train yourself to see opportunity where others see threat. Train yourself to wait for the right moment rather than chasing every shiny trend. Every passive income stream must be maintained with attention, even if minimal. Monitor, adjust, optimize. Reinforce compounding by reinvesting returns instead of spending them prematurely. Small, consistent adjustments create exponential growth over time. Visualize your future, money flowing into your life without constant effort. Investments generating wealth while you focus on creativity, innovation, or passion projects. Financial freedom isn't about luxury. It's about choice, control, and security. You wake up each day with the confidence that your life is financially self-sustaining. Generational impact multiplies here as well. Passive income isn't just for your lifestyle. It's for your family, your legacy, and your influence. Every smart decision compounds not only wealth, but knowledge, habits, and mindset for generations. You are building systems that outlast you. Wealth that grows quietly even in your absence. Discipline remains key. It's easy to get complacent when money flows in automatically, but wealth is fragile without attention. Continue educating yourself. Continue reviewing, adjusting, and optimizing. The moment you neglect your system is the moment risk grows. Remember, control is still the ultimate power. Passive income amplifies freedom, but freedom is only truly yours when you know how to direct it. Your money must obey your strategy, not your emotions. Your time must serve your vision, not just your comfort. Every decision reinforces your identity as someone who commands their financial reality. And the reward? Real peace, real options, real independence. A life where choices are yours, risk is calculated, and wealth grows without constant stress. This is not luck. This is design. This is mastery. This is the journey you are on. Final segment, Ultimate Wealth Mindset, Lifestyle Optimization and Legacy Creation. You've built control, discipline, income streams, and passive wealth. Now it's time to integrate everything into a life designed for maximum impact, financially, mentally, and emotionally. This is the final layer of mastery, where wealth meets purpose, and money becomes a tool, not a master. The ultimate wealth mindset is simple yet profound: clarity, patience, and responsibility. Clarity allows you to see exactly what you want and how to get there. Patience ensures you don't chase instant gratification, but instead focus on compounding results over years. Responsibility ensures every dollar, every hour, every action aligns with your long-term vision. You are no longer reactive. You are intentional. Lifestyle optimization is about creating routines, habits, and environments that reinforce wealth. Your mornings, your workspace, your social circles, everything either supports or drains your growth. Design your life like a blueprint. High-energy mornings, productive days, focused work sessions, consistent learning, smart rest, and deliberate reflection. Small improvements repeated daily create massive results over time. Financial freedom is now not just about numbers. It's about time, freedom, and choices. You wake up knowing that your day belongs to you. You choose work that inspires growth, not just paychecks. You choose relationships that add value, not just drain energy. You choose how your money works, where it flows, and how it multiplies. This is real power. Legacy creation is the final piece. True wealth isn't measured solely in dollars. It's measured in the impact you leave behind. You are building knowledge, systems, habits, and capital that outlasts you. Whether it's family, community, or causes you care about, your disciplined financial life becomes a vehicle for influence and long-term change. Generations after you will benefit from the systems you put in place today. Now, look back on this journey. Every moment of awareness, every moment of delayed gratification, every disciplined choice, it compounds into a life of abundance. You are no longer a passive participant in your financial story. You are the architect. You no longer react to circumstance. You create it. Every dollar, every hour, every decision is aligned with your vision of a wealthy, free, fulfilled life. The last step is simple: consistency. Keep following your systems. Keep learning. Keep optimizing. Keep investing in your mind, body, and wealth. The future doesn't happen to you. It happens because of you. So, take a deep breath. Feel the power, the clarity, the control that comes from mastering your money. This 2-hour journey is complete, but your transformation is ongoing. Every day forward, apply what you've learned. Reinforce the mindset. Execute with precision. Multiply your wealth, protect your peace, create a legacy. And remember, the version of you who wins financially, mentally, and emotionally is already here, waiting. You only needed the map. Now it's time to walk the path. Call to action. If this audiobook empowered you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to continue your journey. More guidance, more strategies, and more transformation are on the way. Your future self will thank you for starting today. You begin to notice a new rhythm in your life. Small, deliberate actions accumulating into unstoppable progress. Each morning you wake up, you're no longer a passenger in your financial story. You are the pilot. You decide where every dollar goes, every investment flows, every habit lands. The discipline you build today compounds silently tomorrow. The world may not notice, but your future self does, and that's all that matters. Every dollar you save, every unnecessary purchase avoided, every late-night temptation resisted is more than money. It is confidence, it is self-respect, it is the proof that you can control what used to control you. You start recognizing patterns. You notice the subtle ways companies, advertisers, and social pressures pull your attention towards spending. And now you pause, assess, and act intentionally. Awareness becomes your strongest weapon. You begin to see the value of time as closely tied to money. Time wasted is opportunity lost. Every hour you dedicate to learning, planning, or building your wealth is a direct investment into your future freedom. You understand that passive income doesn't come from magic. It comes from strategic work, thoughtful planning, and consistent application. Every hour you put in compounds over weeks, months, and years, just like money. You also start to think about risk differently. Smart risk is no longer intimidating. You assess, plan, and execute. You take calculated steps that others fear, and in those risks, growth hides. Remember, the people who create financial independence aren't lucky. They are disciplined, informed, and willing to move where others hesitate. You become one of those people. Your environment begins to transform as well. You surround yourself with reminders of wealth, focus, and progress. You remove distractions, negative influences, and unnecessary pressures. Your home, workspace, and digital space reflect your purpose. Everything you touch encourages growth, clarity, and opportunity. Your surroundings now work for you, not against you. You also begin to notice the impact of language and belief. The words you say, the thoughts you think, the stories you tell yourself about money. They shape your reality. I can't afford this becomes, how can I afford this? I don't have enough becomes, I am creating more than enough. Every small shift rewires your financial brain, and every repetition reinforces the behavior you want to become automatic. Investing, once intimidating, now makes sense. You see it as a tool, a multiplier of your efforts. You learn that compounding isn't just math. It's patience, consistency, and understanding. You no longer chase trends or panic over short-term fluctuations. You invest steadily, thoughtfully, and with confidence that your strategy over time will yield freedom. Every month you plant seeds that will grow forests. The beauty of this process is that it isn't instantaneous, and that's its power. Small, intentional decisions today create unstoppable momentum tomorrow. One habit becomes another, and before you realize, a new identity emerges. A person who does not fear money, but commands it. A person who does not react to life's pressures, but prepares for them. A person who does not hope for wealth, but builds it steadily and confidently. Your mindset evolves. You think strategically, not impulsively. You plan ahead, not just survive today. You begin to value financial education as highly as income. Knowledge becomes leverage, and leverage becomes freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to act, freedom to live intentionally. You understand now that wealth isn't only dollars in your bank, it's the ability to live life on your terms, to protect your time, to secure your family's future, and to create impact. And now, as you continue listening, let this be your turning point. Let this hour mark the deepening of your discipline, the sharpening of your focus, the strengthening of your commitment. The knowledge you absorb now will not sit idle. It will act. It will multiply. It will transform you. You are not the same person who started this journey. You are stronger, wiser, more capable. Keep this in mind. Wealth favors those who show up consistently, who take small steps with precision, who respect the power of compounding in all forms: habits, knowledge, money, relationships, time. You are now part of that group. You are building what most only dream of, quietly, effectively, relentlessly. And this is just the beginning. The next hour takes you even deeper into scaling your income, mastering investments, building multiple streams of wealth, and securing not just your present, but your future. You are becoming unstoppable. You are becoming financially empowered. You are mastering your money fast. As you step into this next stage, you begin to understand that true wealth isn't a single paycheck. It's multiple streams of income working together, quietly compounding while you sleep. One source is good, two sources are safer, and three or more create stability. You realize that financial freedom comes not from luck, but from diversification, strategy, and relentless focus. You start exploring opportunities beyond your primary income. Investments in stocks, real estate, digital assets, or side businesses are no longer intimidating. Each one is a tool, a lever to lift your life higher. You learn to evaluate risk, calculate potential, and act decisively. Fear becomes data, uncertainty becomes analysis, and action becomes your default mode. Your mindset shifts again. You no longer trade time for money alone. You invest in systems, ideas, and people. You understand that multiplying wealth requires multiplying effort intelligently. You seek knowledge, mentorship, and practical experience, knowing that learning today is a return that pays forever. As your income grows, you also grow your awareness. Taxes, liabilities, and unnecessary spending are no longer obstacles. They are signals to optimize. You begin to track every dollar, analyze trends, and make strategic decisions that maximize both profit and freedom. Every choice is intentional, every move purposeful. Building wealth isn't just about money. It's about freedom, influence, and impact. You see opportunities to help others while creating abundance for yourself. Generosity, mentorship, and collaboration amplify your progress. Wealth becomes not a personal achievement, but a platform, a foundation to lift others, to invest in meaningful ventures, and to create lasting legacy. You learn the secret most people never realize. Wealth multiplies fastest when knowledge, discipline, and action combine. Reading books, following proven strategies, and applying lessons consistently becomes second nature. You no longer chase get-rich-quick schemes. You build systems that reward patience, resilience, and intelligence. Every morning, you now wake up with a plan. Every hour is measured in opportunity. You track, adjust, and refine. Small setbacks are temporary. Long-term vision is permanent. The confidence that comes from control over your finances reflects in every part of your life: relationships, health, mindset, and purpose. And here's the critical insight. Financial security is not just about wealth accumulation. It's about resilience, emergency funds, smart insurance, diversified investments, and self-sufficient skills. Create a life where setbacks don't derail progress. You build a fortress around your future, brick by brick, decision by decision, habit by habit. You start to think like a wealth architect. Every decision you make aligns with your ultimate goals. Every action supports financial growth. You see opportunities where others see obstacles. You innovate, adapt, and scale. Wealth becomes inevitable, not accidental. And now, as you listen, imagine the life you can build with this mindset. Picture the freedom, the choices, the confidence, the impact. This is more than money.